Last week I finished my freshman year of college, and it was kind of new to me because everybody, oh, $1 million band, that's awesome. But I mean, I'm there, Bryant Denny, not many people are on the field, and there I was on the field. After all the games, I would go back to Patey, where I would be greeted by my wonderful roommate. His name was Aaron. It was kind of hard to get to know him because he had a very thick accent, and he didn't speak English amazingly well. And then I would practice, and then I would play some piano, then I would practice, and then I would practice, and then I would practice. You see a trend here?
It's making life musical, hey!
I just finished my sophomore year at the University of Alabama, and all my friends are posting these things on Instagram and Facebook all about, how special this year was to them and all the things they learned, and I wanted to do that with this video. First, I'll start with talking about my experience with the $1 Million Band this year, because that's always one of the more popular things I talk about. And, this year was very different for me because I did have heart surgery. I've got several videos about that.
Okay, so I am all drugged up. They put me on Valium, so it's all relaxing, and I feel kind of weird.
I had heart surgery at the end of the summer this past year, and that kept me out of marching band for the first 2 months. I basically missed band camp and all the hot parts, but then I got to jump in when the weather was nice, and I just started when they learned their second show, and I went from there, and it was a great time. One of the most memorable parts about this year of being in band was going to Indianapolis to be in the Band of America Regional Championship. We were their showcase band, and honestly, I've never played in a band that sounded as good as we did that night. It was kind of magical. We worked so hard to get there, and then we got there and sounded so good. It was really rewarding. But honestly, what made the whole season worth it was how we ended the season.
Make up for it, fires to the end zone, touchdown! Alabama wins!
From our lowest moment, losing at Auburn, we went to the very top, won the national championships. It was awesome. The single best game I will ever be a part of, and it was amazing. Lots better than last year when we lost to Clemson. But, no, we're not going to talk about that. But, that being said, I have made the decision to not be in marching band next year. It's just a big time commitment, and like I said, there's never going to be a game that's better than that last one, so why not end at the top? And also, it just gives me more time with my friends and more time to worry about my health and everything around that. But if you are considering doing marching band, you should absolutely do it because it is worth the time. Some of my best friends are from marching band. It is an amazing experience and honestly would recommend it 100%. But anyways, this year I stayed at Alpha Apartments right next to the campus. It's literally just a mile away, and it's so much better than last year when I lived at Patey Hall, which is debatably one of the worst dorms on campus. We had a kitchen, we had a living room, we had everything we could ever want, but what made it awesome was that I actually had my own room, which was a lot better than sharing it with somebody else. I got my own little private area, and it made college a whole lot easier. The guys I roomed with this year were awesome. They were a lot of fun to hang out with and talk to. It was very different than last year where I couldn't really talk to my roommate at all.
有没有要啊？我要补一个状态，补一个状态给我。
And, we would play video games and we would even mess with them from time to time. And as far as being a music major, it wasn't really that different than my freshman year because when you're a music major, you get to jump right into your classes. It's not like being an engineer or pre-med or whatever, you have to take those biology classes and all those different classes that don't really relate to your curriculum. You just start taking music classes. So it was more of that this year, and one of my most proud achievements is that I was able to pass all semesters of theory. I have to take 7 semesters total, but there's 4 semesters that everybody has to take, and I was able to do all 4 of those without having to retake anything, which is actually a big deal. A lot of people have to retake theory, but I don't have to. And honestly, the only notable thing that I could think of from this past year was that I did pass my sophomore qualifying, which is basically me in front of our entire brass faculty for 20 minutes, and they just get to call whatever scale they can think of, and I play some excerpts of famous orchestral pieces and just music with a piano player, and it's just, they get to grill me for 20 minutes, and I passed that. I got all A's, and that was super exciting, and it's just, I ended the year strong. When I compare my freshman year to my sophomore year, I can truly say that this year was one of the best years that not only I've had in college, but one of my favorite years that I've had just in my life. Because I have so many great friends that I've grown so close to, and a lot of things I've learned about becoming a great tuba player and a musician. It's honestly, it was a fantastic year, and it makes me excited for junior year. And that's gonna wrap up this video. I feel like it's very different than what I did last year, because last year was all about getting used to the school, and this year was me getting comfortable, making friends, and it was so great. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in fun music stuff, I've got big plans for the summer. Subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with a friend that maybe is coming to the university next year or is going to be a sophomore. I hope you will go make life musical. I will see you in the next one.
It's making life musical.